Alrighty, so today I'm going to be reviewing my Soho Urban Artist Sketchbook that has a ring binder and has 75-pound paper. This is my second notebook of this form, of this style, and honestly, I like this notebook quite a bit, but not really because I'm a super big fan of how it looks, how it feels, or of the quality of it. I like the price, because this notebook right here was, I want to say, about $3, and I want to say, like 6 of them for $3 a pop, so I'm set for the next year, and that is one of the main reasons why I like this notebook so much. But I got this notebook on sale. I think typically they're about $5, which is really still not all that bad, but not the greatest either. $3 is definitely a much better deal for this notebook in my personal opinion. But today I'm going to be going over the quality of the notebook, the quality of the paper, how easy it is to write in, what the texture of the paper is like, and everything like that kind of thing. Overall, I'm just going to be doing a review of this notebook right here. But first off, let's go ahead and just start off with the cover. We can see, of course, that this is the Soho Urban Artist Sketchbook. We can see a little bit of a design right here. I don't know who this design... Oh, actually, it says artwork by Simon Levinson, and then they have his Instagram right there and everything like that kind of thing. That is some great promotion, I ain't gonna lie. And of course, this is a sketchbook. This notebook is 5.5 by 8.5 inches. There's 100 sheets in this notebook, and it's 75-pound paper. So not bad value for $3, I ain't gonna lie. You get 100 sheets at 75-pound, not the thinnest, not the thickest paper, and it's a decent size as well. And you get a ring binder. Now, I personally prefer sketchbooks with ring binders just because I like to be able to stretch all the way around kind of thing. I like to be able to just have this flat kind of thing, not need to worry about anything off to the side. That's just my personal preference. And I will admit, the ring binder is pretty good quality. It's not really bending oddly or anything like that kind of thing. It's not trying to come off or anything like that. I've had ring binder notebooks before where the ring binder is trying to come off like halfway through my usage of the book, and I'm like, what the hell is this shit quality, terrible product kind of thing? Why is the ring binder trying to come off? This ring binder does not do that, although I have by no means been absolutely beating on this notebook or anything like that kind of thing. So do take what I say about that with a grain of salt, but I do think that the ring binder is pretty good quality. Let's go and take a look at the quality of the paper itself, though. Let me just flip to the closest open page. Well, this is an open page, but I don't want to use an open page in the middle of the notebook kind of thing. So let's go ahead and just take a look at this paper right here. So just taking a look at this paper just close up and everything like that kind of thing, we can see it is indeed very, very, very smooth. And under your finger, it is very, very, very smooth as well. It's not super rough. Some of the other Soho Urban Artist sketchbooks in different sizes and with different paper weights have a little bit of a rougher feel to it, but this paper is not at all like that. It is very, very, very smooth paper, if I do say so myself, and I found that it works really well with pretty much all types of markers. It works with really all types of stationery. In all honesty, it works really well with normal pencils. It works really well with mechanical pencils. It works really well with ballpoint pens, gel pens, all that sort of stuff. Works with pens that are down to like a 0.25 millimeter size. Cannot complain. It works really well with Sharpies, and it also works really well with other permanent markers, along with some calligraphy pens and stuff like that kind of thing. Works absolutely fantastic. And one of my favorite things about this paper is that for whatever reason, it doesn't seem to bleed super easily. This drawing right here I did yesterday, and this was done with a Sharpie, and Sharpies, in my personal opinion, are kind of known for bleeding through the paper. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't hover a Sharpie over the singular areas on this paper for too long, but it was there for longer than not, and it didn't bleed through at all. This is only 75-pound paper, but it's not bleeding at all, pretty much, which means that the paper is doing a really, really, really good job at absorbing the ink. Same with this drawing right here. This was done with a pen that probably would bleed on paper that is not very good at absorbing ink, but this paper has done a great job of absorbing the ink. Certainly no complaints on my behalf, that is for sure. But, just very, very, very smooth paper. There is some texture to it. It's not super smooth by any means, but it is definitely smoother than not. Very easy to use a pencil on, very easy to just sketch on. This is a sketchbook after all. It's not meant for watercolor. It's not meant for acrylic. It's meant for doodling in. And so, of course, it's going to have a texture that is good for that. This paper, though, if you prefer more textured paper, is probably not going to be to your liking. I like both smooth paper and textured paper, so it doesn't really matter to me. But if you do prefer more textured paper, this will probably not be to your liking, as it is definitely smoother than not. Let's just go ahead and do some test drawings real quick. I'm going to use my Japanese calligraphy pen I have right here, just to go ahead and draw a little bit of a character up here and whatnot kind of thing, just to show you guys just what drawing on this paper is actually like and everything like that kind of thing. Just like that. There we go. And just getting the cap back on, we can see that the paper with this ink and everything like that kind of thing, there are some shiny areas. I don't know how well you guys can see, but I can see it. There are definitely like some shiny areas. There we go. We can see it now. There are definitely like some shiny areas where the ink needs to soak in just a little bit, but it's not bleeding through at all, which is really, really, really nice. I ain't gonna lie. Let's take a little bit of a Sharpie and let's just see how long it takes to bleed through one of these pieces of paper. I'm just going to do it right here just so I don't ruin the complete rest of the paper, but let's just see. So that was a couple seconds. And did that bleed through? It did bleed through a little bit, but it didn't bleed through the next paper after that. So, you know, not bad at all if I do say so myself. And I was just holding it there for like 5 seconds kind of thing. In any normal drawing circumstance, you're not going to do that. When you're normally drawing with a Sharpie, it's not going to bleed through. It's going to be perfectly fine. And honestly, I really, really, really do like these notebooks. I've used higher quality notebooks before. I've used better notebooks before. But I like cheap notebooks. I go through notebooks really fast. And when I say really fast, I mean really fast. Like I do on average like 1 drawing a day, sometimes more than that kind of thing. I go through notebooks pretty quickly if I do say so myself. And so my priority is cost. If I can't afford to buy another notebook, well, that's an issue because then I can't draw again. So I got to make sure I buy cheap notebooks. And this certainly is a very good cheap notebook in my personal opinion. Real quick though, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Pentel Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil just a little bit, and I am going to just I'm just going to kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of try to describe the texture of the paper when you're using a mechanical pencil and whatnot. So let's just do a little bit of like a circle up here, something like that kind of thing. And when I'm using a mechanical pencil, very, very, very smooth. There is definitely some grip. It's not smooth enough where there's no grip with your mechanical pencil. Definitely a lot smoother than not, that is for sure. So I certainly can't complain. And let's just continue this drawing just a little bit kind of thing. Just like that. But, you know, very, very, very smooth. Not bad at all if I do say so myself. And there we go. There's the drawing all done. But no, overall, more so than not, it was just very, very, very smooth while I was using this pen. And if you look, if you're looking to use a very, 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 mechanical pencil. I called that a pen, didn't I? If you're looking to use a very, very, very thin pen, though, something that's smaller than 0. Let's see. I have a pen. That's pretty small. This is a 0.25 millimeter size pen. This is like a knife on some paper. This works really, really, really well on this paper as well. If you're looking at using a really, really, really small size pen with this paper, it'll work pretty well. 75-pound paper. It's right in the middle. It's not the thickest paper in the world, but it's also certainly not the thinnest. And so you really do get the best of both worlds. You can use really small pens, but it does kind of bleed a little bit if you hold your pen over a little bit too much, but it's cheap. That's really the best thing about this notebook. It's a good notebook overall, not worth $10 by any means, but it's a good notebook, worth the $3, worth $5 in my opinion, although less so than $3. And overall, would I buy one of these again? Yeah, 100%. I'd buy one of these for $5 in all honesty. I really do like the Soho Urban Artist Sketchbook that has a ring and 75-pound paper. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what the actual model of this notebook is called. I ain't gonna lie. I really do have no clue. Excuse me, it doesn't actually say what the model of this notebook is called, but the paper is different than some other Soho Urban Artist sketchbooks. But I think that's all I had to say. So as such, I'm going to go and end this video right here. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching my video on the Soho Urban Artist sketchbook with 75-pound paper and a ring binder. If you guys have enjoyed watching this review, if you guys have enjoyed watching this video, of course, make sure to let me know y'all's thoughts on this video in the comments down below. And of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, merch, my P.O. Box, and my main channel, all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But, thank you very much for watching, y'all. To the next one, stay safe and peace. Have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?